One of the things I want to do is try to keep the ability to roll the thing off the lift if I need to. So I'm at the point where it's going to seem like I'm taking things apart a little randomly, but I'm taking apart things that I can take off and won't impact my ability to roll the chassis off the lift if necessary. So the rear spring and the shocks in the back appear to be two things that can go without impacting my ability to roll it. I believe the bolts that hold the spring on are 13/16 on both ends. I know that it's 13/16 on the top. I already test fitted that one. Somebody commented on a video I had made on the 74 that you could put the socket down through this hole in here, but when I tried it, I found that I couldn't because that hole isn't big enough for the socket that you need to put on the wrench here. Doesn't look like this. Oh yeah, I couldn't see the end of the cotter pin. Cotter pins can be difficult to deal with sometimes, especially if they get rusted into the hole. Not sure there isn't a better way, but you got to deal with what they put it together with. Actually looks like I'm going to need to try and tighten that bolt because it looks like they have the cotter pin jammed in with that nut. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'll work at it a little bit more. See if I can move it. Doesn't appear to be moving at all. Okay, 13/16 is not going to work on the bottom. It's bigger than that. Works on the top. So it must be a 7/8. For right now, I'm just trying to spin that bolt around so I can see whether I'm actually trying to push the cotter pin out straight. And it appears like I am. Might be a little off. Let me see if I can tighten that a bit, relieve some pressure. Bolt's moving easily, or the nut I should say. Well, the cotter pin isn't exactly loose yet, but I can wiggle it in the hole, so I know that the nut is not what's holding it back. We'll see if we can pop it out. So this appears like it's going to be a lot easier to do than the 74 was. I should get myself a ratchet since it's broken loose. Wasn't tight at all. I do not know how much got recorded on that other, on the right side when I took it off. So I'm going to explain everything again on the left side. You need a 7/8 for the bottom and 13/16 for the top. There's a cotter pin holding it. On the other side, the cotter pin was jammed in by the nut on the bottom. So this one doesn't look like it is. That's interesting because one side was lower than the other then. Now what you can do on this to help get the cotter pin out so you can see it, you turn the bolt. Now that, I was turning the bolt and the nut was turning, so this is the best situation you can hope for on these, because if they're rusted on like the 74 was, it's a bear getting them off. But these are not. Somebody looks like they greased them up before they put them on, and they came right off. So, cotter pin that. And we need that. I got a 7/8 here. Wrench to hold it on the top. And it is going to pop out with a little bit of force whenever that comes loose. So you don't want to have your wrench swinging to where your hand is underneath that spring. And it's some force, it's not all that great, but you know, you could prop the spring up somehow on jack stands or something, or a jack. And make sure your swing of your ratcheting motion isn't putting your hand in harm's way, because it's going to come off all of a sudden. further than the first one did. I guess the second half was holding it up. So once that spring is disconnected, and I guess there's a kind of a lesson learned here. If you're taking this off, it might be a good idea to support the frame with jack stands before you do it. But now that the spring's off, we can take the spring bolts out, because there's a hole on the top that's big enough that the head of the bolt can go through, but it's not so big that you can get a socket that will fit on the end of that through it. Somebody told me one time that you could do that, but that is not the case on the 76. And they told me that in reference to a 74. Can't vouch for whether the 74 is, and that one's chewed up too. I can't vouch whether the 74 will allow you to get the proper size socket through there or not, but you can't do it on the 76. So next thing is bolts that put the spring up. They are in the center of the spring. I put the ratchet on it and only used a little force. It seemed like it was pretty tight. I may need the breaker bar for this. Well, I got it without the breaker bar, but it would have been easier, honestly. That one's pretty easy. Try to get there. There's 4 bolts here. Get them all started. And I'm not too bad. This spring is in very good shape. I don't know how old it was whenever I got the car in 2005, but it's in pretty good shape right now. Now, none of this stuff looks too bad back here other than the half shafts and possibly the U-joints on the half shafts. But there might have been some work done on this after it was purchased. There is the bottom of this is one dog bone shaped plate. It's got a hole in the middle to center it. The spring shouldn't go anywhere too far because it's pretty much almost resting on the ramps. I do have to make sure I try to hold on to everything when I take these bolts out. Okay. There's a heat shield for the spring so that the mufflers don't damage the spring, and there's the dog bone shaped thing. There is a pilot hole and a pilot shaft right there to help you line all that stuff up. Okay, the spring is actually resting on the ramps, and I can't get it down because of that. I'm going to have to jack up the frame. This was taped together. It says do not remove. It's kind of broken right now. So I am going to move the bridge jack and take some pressure off that spring so that I can get it off. Okay, that spring ought to come down now. Like I said, this is all, got some tape on here that says do not remove. And trying to keep it all together. There you go. That pin is attached to a guide, and there's a guide hole here to make sure you get it aligned properly. I'm gonna take this aside and I'm gonna retape those spacers because the spring is good, but the tape that's holding the spacers together has seen better days.